all my fit friends. This is our full body stretch for the week. I want you to remember that I want you to tag this on to the end of any of your workouts at least 2 times this week to help improve your flexibility and mobility. Okay, so I just actually finished recording the Wednesday workout for the week. So I'm nice and warm. If you are actually just like waking up and doing this or just coming home from work and doing this, I want you to take 5 minutes to maybe jog in place, do some jumping jacks, go out on a walk around your block, get a little bit warmed up before you do this. If you are tagging this on to the end of another workout, you can get right into it with me, all right? So go ahead and we're gonna get down on the mat. And I want to start with just some cat and cow, kind of articulating through the spine. So go ahead, drop your belly button down, open up through your chest, look up with that cow. And now to that angry cat, tuck your chin, round your back, pull your belly button up and in. And again, cat and cow. Nice. So I want you to take that back arm under and to the other side of the front arm, and then just sit your hips back, lean back. You're gonna feel your rear delt, you're gonna feel your hip and your side. Just lean back, stretch these fingers up one way, hips going the other way. Doesn't that feel good? It does for me. Return, and we're gonna switch. So take that front arm, that hand gets placed on the other side of that back arm, and then just lean over the other way. Oh, that feels good. Nice. Awesome. Go ahead and bring your hands back right next to each other. Walk your feet back into your plank. Slowly lower yourself down. And then push yourself up into Cobra. Oh, stretching through the abs some more. I want those shoulders back away from your ears. Just breathe. Go ahead and lay down. I want you to take that back arm, bend it, place your forehead on your arm. Take this front leg, flex the foot, pull it in towards your glute. Actively push your hip into the mat. Okay? Now, if it doesn't bother you, you can go ahead and grab that ankle to pull the heel in even more for more leverage. Continue to press your hip into the mat and feel your quad open up there. Just breathe. Nice. Let's stay here a little bit longer. As you feel the hip open up, can you push that hip into the mat even more? Can you draw that heel in towards the glutes even more? And let's switch sides. Same thing, other side. Press the hip into the mat. If it doesn't bother you, you can grab the heel or grab the ankle and really push the heel back and open up that quad even more. Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 options here. You can go back and you can go back to the other leg and do each side one more time. If you want maybe a little bit more, we can grab both ankles and then push the legs up and away. Hold it, hold it, hold it. So you're creating tension. Your legs are pushing up and away. Go ahead and bring it down, shake it out. If you're doing one side then the other, get set up on the other side. Right? If you're doing this one with me, let's do it again. Grab the ankles, push the legs up and away. You feel that chest expansion. I feel it in my quads. And release that. Go ahead and sit back into your child's pose. Let's elongate the back there. Oh, that feels good. Yes. Okay, come up onto your knees and go ahead, bring one foot up, a big stride. Sit into that low lunge, the back knee is down. And I want you to just actively press this hip down and open. Maybe it feels good to kind of shift your weight side to side. Just kind of settle into it. If you begin to really feel flexible and open, especially through the hips, you can work your way down onto your forearms. You can even hug this leg, like do whatever feels good, right? But actively pushing these hips forward and down. Oh, that feels so good. Now, take this front leg over and let's settle into our pigeon. Oh, so I want your hips squared up. Sit up nice and tall. Hips are squared, chest is squared to the front. Neck is long, spine is long, abs are pulling up and in. I want you to keep a really long spine and neck. Shoulders stay back away from the ears and just hinge forward from the hips. Maybe you stop there, maybe you can go to your forearms. Keep your neck, spine long. This feels good. Let's make our way out of that. Kind of sit your hips over, ease your way on out of that. Come back up onto your knees, and we're gonna go to the other side, okay? So, staggered kneeling stance, big stride forward. Push your hips down. Open up there. And again, shift your weight side to side if that feels good. Kind of settle into it. You're doing fantastic. Yes. As you feel your hips open up, if you want to sit lower into it, you can. This leg right here, this is my stiffer side hip. So I really have to ease into this one. Just breathe, relax into it. We're holding it. We don't rush the stretching. When we're working on flexibility, we want to hold the stretch for at least a minimum of 20 seconds. Really settle into it, breathe into it, relax into it. I'm not actively timing this one. I'm just kind of going by feel. Just trying to make sure we're spending enough time in each stretch. Okay, so let's settle into that pigeon. Take this front leg, the foot comes over. Ooh, and this is my stiffer side. Oh, yes. So this side makes me want to go cockeyed, right? Because it's less flexible. If you need to get a pillow to sit underneath your hips to support it, you can. But make sure that your hips are squared. Your chest and shoulders are squared. We're sitting up tall at first. Feels good. Maybe gently leaning back, looking up. Okay, I want you to keep a long neck, long spine, abs in. Hinge forward from the hips. Keeping the shoulders back away from your ears, keeping your spine long. Sit over that hip. If this is too much for you, maybe just sitting up straight is the right amount for you, and that's fine. If you are not ready to lean forward yet, that's okay. Relax into it. Every time you exhale, just try to melt into it a little bit more. Nice. Okay, ease on out of that. Go ahead and bring both of your legs out in front. We're gonna do a forward fold for our hamstrings. Now, ideally your legs are nice and long. I'm gonna start with my knees a little bit bent, right? My hamstrings are a little bit tight. So I'm sitting up nice and tall and straight. I'm just gonna reach for my toes, right? Fold forward. You're gonna feel your lower back and your hamstrings. Now, I don't feel my hamstrings very much here, so I'm gonna try to straighten out my legs even more till I really feel it, and then I'm just gonna sit and relax into it. And as we're sitting here, as I feel my hamstrings release even more, I'm gonna try to straighten out my legs even more. I'm not rounding. I'm keeping my chest open, shoulders back, spine neutral. Good. Every time you exhale, try to relax into it. I'm gonna try to straighten out my legs even more. I'm going to try to lean forward even more. Go ahead and come out of that. Okay, so go ahead and sit back. Try to get your pinkies close together. Expand through the chest. Push your belly button forward, open up your chest. Feel this go across your chest, across your shoulders, down your biceps into your elbow joint. Oh, yes. Nice. Go ahead and sit up, cross your legs. Whichever leg ended up on top, I want you to take the other hand across to the knee. That back hand comes behind you. Sit up tall, twist. Give me that spine twist. Sit up tall, look over that back shoulder. Every time you inhale, sit up taller. Every time you exhale, twist a little more. Oh, nice. Cross the other leg on top this time. It feels awkward, right? It feels a little bit weird to do that leg that we don't favor. Okay, opposite hand and knee. Support yourself back here. Sit up tall. Inhale and then exhale and twist and look over that shoulder. Just breathe, relax into it. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna have my band to help me with this one, especially on this side with my mic pack in the way. And this, I think this shoulder's a little bit tighter too than this shoulder, even though this shoulder is the one that's a little bit weaker and injured. I don't know what's going on with my body, but we're gonna stretch the shoulders. So some of you you're gonna be able to reach behind and touch your fingers together. I'm not quite there yet. Do you see that? I'm not quite there yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my band, and I'm gonna throw my band over my shoulder, right? And then I can reach and try to walk my hands up the band together as close as I can get them. And then I can take this top arm to pull up to force this bottom arm here to stretch even more through the shoulder. I'm just gonna hold it up there. And you should be feeling the front of the shoulder of this bottom arm stretching, right? Yes, I feel mine. If you've interlocked your fingers, great, just hold the stretch. See if you can't inch the bottom fingers up to the wrist of the top hand, right? Challenge yourself that way. Okay, and release that. Whoo, shake it out. All right, so we're gonna take the other hand. The other hand goes on top, right? And I can just barely get my fingers together on this side and get to the first knuckle and kind of interlock them. So I'm gonna do that on this side. And just sit and relax into it. Breathe. Opening up through the chest and this bottom shoulder here. The triceps and the top are getting a nice stretch too. Awesome. Go ahead and release that. Shake it out. Stand up, and we are done. Right? How are you feeling after that awesome stretch? I hope you're feeling amazing. Remember, I want you to do it at least 2 times this week to help stay bendy and mobile and flexible so that you can move your best and feel your best, not just in our workouts, but in life in general, okay? So until we meet again tomorrow for our amazing workouts, or anytime on Instagram, I want you to always remember, no excuses, no regret, just sweat. Mwah! Bye, Fit Friends!